Oh, what's up, everybody? Hold on. Alright, what's up, everybody? This is part 3. What if Izuku was OP? So yeah, we left off where Izuku walked into the house. Swine took a cooking some baking. Let's say baking cookies. Uh, Hold on. Never mind. Yeah, she's baking brownies. Yeah. As Izuku walks up behind her, hugs her, she turns around surprised that Izuku is there. As she says, Izuku? She says, Izuku? As, as Izuku says, yeah, I'm home. As she says, finally, you haven't been home in such a long time. As she says, where were you? As Izuku says, I was doing some business. As as Izuku says, she says, you know you can't go out much. You escaped from Tartarus, people know who you are. As she says, yeah, I know, I'm working with people. He says, yeah, I know. I'm working with people to fix that. As she says, or never mind. As Tuka says, well, in 2 weeks. No, she says next week, me and you are going on a date. On Wednesday, probably. Or Izuku says, sure. He says, sorry, hold on, I'm sorry. He says, is there any other day you can do it? As Izuku says, sorry, not Izuku. Toga says, no, that's the only day I'm off. She says, Izuku, you're not leaving. She says, you're not leaving this house until it's time for us to go on Wednesday. She says, you have 3 more days. How bad could it be? As Alright. She says, you have 2 more days. How bad could it be? You have 2 more days. How bad could it be? As she says, you get to spend your whole day with me. Me and you alone. With no Bakugo. He says, you're right. He says, I don't want to do something in my spare time. Alright, my bad. He says, he says, why don't we do something in our spare time? As he, Alright. As she says, well, what do you want to do? As she says, well, what do you want to do? As Izuku, she starts, touching his chest as Izuku starts, wrapping his hand around her waist. As she gets a knock on her door. There's a knock on the door. As Izuku says, as she sighs, she's about to go out the door. Toga says, no, wait. As she looks to the door to see someone familiar, but she forgets. She remembers this person, but Izuku doesn't know who this is. But he looks very familiar to Toga. As as Toga opens the door with Izuku out of sight, this guy says, can I come in? As Izuku, he says, why the hell's the dude? I don't know who the hell or why the hell is a guy here? Actually, it's Toga. He says to she says no, she's not cheating on me. Of course not. As Baku or sorry, as Izuku says, she says, "You look familiar." As she says, "Yeah, it's Tony. Remember from UA?" As she says, "Oh, what did you know where I live? Your Snapchat location." As she says, "Oh, well, what do you want?" As she says, or he says, "Well, what do you want?" As Izuku, or she says, "Well, I was wondering if me and you could go out on a date." Sorry, but my sorry, but I'm dating someone. Who are you dating? I don't want to. That's none of your business. As Toga, as Toga says, that's none of your business. And she says, is that all? As he says, yeah. As she says, he says, well, I'll be going now. As he secretly, let's say no, he's not gonna do that. No. As he's about to leave, and she says, I didn't want to do this, but she says Toga's father's name, and Toga's mother's name, and Toga's sister's name. As she's like, what the hell? As she says, you see, I know all about you, Toga. So, why don't you just tell me who your boyfriend is so I can get him out of the picture, and it can just be me and you. As she says, you creep, get the hell out. As he says, she just acts very quick but can't. As he says, you see my quirk is cancelled. Any power or ability near me is cancelled. And I take that power for myself. And your quirk is pretty hefty. As she says, fine, what do you want? Just don't hurt my family. As she says, as Izuku is still watching, she's signaling him not to come out. Because she thinks she has it handled. As she says, come here. As she gets towards the man, or Tony, as she kisses him, or he kisses Toga, as Toga backs off, pushing him out of him, saying, what the hell are you doing? As she says, me and you are gonna have sex, and I'm gonna impregnate you, and then I'll fuck our daughter. As he says, what the hell? As Izuku comes out, teleporting in front of the man. As he says, this must be your boyfriend. Pretty handsome. As Izuku's like, he says, thank you. Right? Get my looks from my dad. As he chuckles, as Toga says, Izuku, do something. As he says, sorry, the man complimented me, you don't really do that much. He says, no, sorry, bud. As he taps his shoulder, making him paralyzed. As the man falls down, getting knocked out. That said, Izuku is OP, did I? Like, Fuji's getting knocked out and falling down. As he says, as he opens the door, tosses him out. And yeah, as he turns around, Toga's about to smack Izuku as Izuku catches it, saying, "Now let's continue where we were." Beautiful. As she blushes and looks away, as she starts kissing her neck, as she says, "Let's go to the bed." As he picks her up, and she says, "Back up a little bit, cause I fucked up." He picks her up, or Izuku picks Toga up, and he, brings Toga to the bedroom as he throws her down. As she says, so rough and aggressive, as Izuku, he puts his hand through his hair, ruffling his hair. As you see, I was gonna say, no, I ain't gonna say that. As he says, he says, now let's get started. As he takes his shirt off, as she says, but wait. As she says, I'm on my period, Izuku, so you have to wear a condom. As Izuku says, she sighs and says, he sighs and says, "Come on, Toga, you know I don't like wearing condoms." She says, she hands him a pack of condoms, saying, as Izuku says, "These are too small." As she throws them away, saying, looks like we can't use them. As she says, she chuckles as Izuku starts biting her. As she says, "Izuku, wait." As she has a little packet in her hand. As she has it, the person on Izuku's. Fuck. She has a packet in her hand. As she passes it to Izuku, or puts it on Izuku's chest. As Izuku he takes the packet. As she says, "I think that's the right size, right?" As Izuku looks at it, angry, and she knows he's angry. As she says, so yeah. As Izuku Izuku says, huh, "It looks like you actually got me played to it." As he chuckles, biting the condom off and putting it on his dick. Time skip. After that, because I really do not feel like doing sex scenes right now. So, time skip to Wednesday. Toga is sleeping as Izuku wakes up. As Izuku wakes up, he says, "Today's the day." As she says, but Toga. As Toga wakes up right after him, as she says, "Where do you think you're going?" As she jumps on his back, saying, "My daily meal." As she bites Izuku's shoulder, sucking some of his blood. As Izuku chuckles a little, saying, "You gotta suck me dry." As she blushes and gets on him, saying, as he says, "Oh, I didn't mean it like that." As she he says, "Wait, what do you think? What did you think I was saying?" "Told her you're dirty, aren't you?" As he goes and he's like hovering on top of her as he kisses her, saying, I'm not going to say that. Never mind. As he says, he says, he says, you, wait, he says, you are a dirty little girl. That sounded cringy than a bitch. But anyways, who cares? As she blushes hard and pushes Izuku over him, saying, our date starts today. We're going to be going everywhere I want, okay? As he says, okay, anything, Toga. As Toga goes into the restroom, closes the door. Izuku silently screams into the pillow. Why today? As she doesn't know what Izuku's planning, but she knows it's something. That's why he keeps going out, cause she crossed off the list that he's seeing someone else, cause sorry, yeah, but she basically crossed the list that off the list. So yeah. Yeah. Alright. After that, Izuku. After that, Izuku says, or like time skip like 2 hours. They're both ready. It took Toga 2 hours to get ready. It took Izuku about like 15 minutes to get ready. As they get ready and shit like that. Well, they leave. As he grabs her hand, basically interlocking their fingers, saying, "You look really good, Toga." As he kisses her, as she stands on her tippy toes and kisses Izuku back. As she says, "Thank you, Mr. Handsome, since I don't compliment you enough." As he chuckles, saying, "It was a joke, Toga." Basically going on about their day. Time skip, they get to a car. As Izuku is constantly thinking about the USJ. As he looks at his time, at his watch, seeing it's 10. As he says, I have 2 more fucking hours to get this date over. As she says, so Toga, how long do you want to keep this date going? As she says, all day, if that's fine with you. As she says, she looks at him, hoping to say yeah. As she says, yeah, that's fine. As she says, Izuku, you seem pretty stressed out lately. As as Toga says, no, I'm fine. Wait, sorry, Izuku says, no, I'm fine. And, yeah. Time skip, she says, so where you want to go eat for breakfast? They go eat at a breakfast spot. With Toga getting some coffee, and, yeah. As they go to the carnival. As Izuku wants her a big teddy bear, and, yeah. And this big teddy bear will come in handy, but it'll be in the story. As she wanted the big teddy bear, it's like. Yeah, but yeah, Izuku, yeah, he wanted the teddy bear and all that. So yeah, keep in mind what I just said, though. So yeah, as Izuku and Toga walk on about the carnival, they see, I don't know what they're called, but yeah, it's basically a corn dog with cheese. It's like mozzie sticks, but with a stick. So basically mozzie sticks on a stick, basically. I forgot what they're called, but yeah. I forgot what they're called, so yeah. Anyways, Izuku. Izuku. He says they're going to go get some of those as Sheik Togo wants some. Time skip. After that, they go to Six Flags, and it's little on beyond. It's like 12. It's 12 now. As he says, fuck. As she says, I need to be there. As everyone, the news stops. As it says, USJ attack happening right now at the UA high school, or at the UA high school, or college high school. And he says, damn it. He says, damn it. As he says, I'm sorry, Toga. As he teleports away. As she thinks he's gonna go defend, as she says he probably wants to go help. As she hugs her teddy bear, saying, please be okay, Izuku. As Izuku comes, as she says, in a mysterious figure the news got lady, a mysterious figure just appeared on the outpost of UA High School. As she says, I'm sorry. She says, is he a hero, or will he? She says, will he help the heroes, or will he help the villains? And wait a minute, that's the guy who's scared from daughters. Everybody run. As everybody runs, Izuku starts killing heroes. And in Toga's shock, she stops in fear of what she just seen of Izuku. And she says, as Izuku is got on killing pretty much all the heroes. Only heroes that pretty much remain is All Might and Aizawa. I gotta keep Aizawa, I'm sorry. All Might, Aizawa, and Endeavor came, but he's badly injured, critical at CC and CC. So yeah. Anyways, as Toga gets home, she's still in shock of what just happened, as she's hugging her teddy bear so much. As she says, what did he do? As she hears the whooshing sound, as she turns around and says, Izuku, stay away from me. As she gets up and starts backing up, as Izuku walks closer to her, saying to Toga, come on, don't be like that. As she says, you killed my friends. As she says, Izuku says, when's the last time you ever went there, Toga? Come on, don't be like that. As she says, so this is what you were doing. Killing heroes and working with the villains. What if I were to tell them that you were sleeping with the hero? As Izuku says, he sighs, saying, Toga, don't do it. As she says, what Izuku? Are you gonna kill me too, like you did the rest of those villains? Or like you did those heroes? As he says, damn it, just shut the fuck up. As she says, it's not like that. As she's very scared. As she hugs her teddy bear tighter. As she says, I didn't mean to scream, as she says, no, this isn't you. You never scream at me, Izuku, no matter what happens. As he says, yeah, well, so I just finally got to release some anger, and I still have something built up. As he As he says, I'm sorry, Toga, I didn't mean to. As he walks close to her, and she backs up more as she trips and falls on her ass. As she says, stay back, Izuku. I won't hesitate to kill you. As she says, you know you can't kill me. As she says, I'm immortal. As she says, I'll still try. As she stands up, setting the teddy down, rushing Izuku. As Izuku is blocking her hits. Well, she starts to attack Izuku as Izuku starts to block all the Toga hits. As Toga gets exhausted, falling down, using one of her strongest attacks, and still going and going. As she passes out, as Izuku carries her to her bed, to their bed, putting her down and sleeping beside her. As Izuku wakes up, he sees that Toga's gone. As the shadows in my room can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love you and I hate you and I can't send you, so I must replace you. Easier said than done. I thought you were the one. Sorry, fuck. Izuku basically goes to. He basically goes to. Damn, shit got me sad. Shit fucked up. Like Izuku fucked up. Shit fucked up, man. I'm sorry, anyways, Izuku says, of course she left, as he teleports to Toga, saying Toga, as she screams, as she says, stay away from me. You killed all of them, Izuku. As she says, I need some space. Just stay back. As Izuku teleports away, he comes around nighttime as he teleports back to her to see her sleeping. Or that's what he thinks. As she's sitting in the corner, as she sits up and goes straight to the corner Izuku is in. As she says, I know you're there, Izuku. As Izuku comes out of the corner saying, Toga, a 24-hour date, please. As Izuku says, as Toga says, I don't know, I just don't know what to feel right now, Izuku. You killed those heroes, pro heroes, people who actually saved us and helped us, not fakes. As she says, I thought you were supposed to be a hero, but instead you're killing them. You worked with the number one villain. Now that makes you a target, Izuku. As she grabs Toga, saying, I know you still care for me, Toga. As she says, I do. As Izuku in their hands interlock. Izuku and Toga hands interlock. As she says, I don't, as Izuku kisses her, she says, I don't know if I can, as Izuku kisses her, saying, you don't have to, just come home. As she jumps on him, hugging him, saying, I'm sorry. I just couldn't take all the pressure and pain You killed all those heroes. And as Izuku says, I know. As she starts crying more and more and more. And I'm not gonna make her pass out. Should be annoying. As she stops crying later on. And she gets in the car and being very tired. Because she sat there and waited for Izuku to come, knowing he'll come to her. As she falls asleep. And let me take this out real quick. And yeah, as she falls asleep. And that's where I'm going to leave off this episode of, or the final part of what if Izuku was OP.